It should go without saying, but I'm going to go ahead and say it anyways. This is not easy for me. I love this place. I love our mission, and I love our people. But my focus is, and always has been, on us and on doing what's right for the FBI.
Right there. What's right for the FBI. It's all about the Bureau, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. It's a weird place, desperately in need of, well, I don't know, taking it all down. Kash Patel's on the way. So not for the people, but for the FBI. I think that's a tell. It's a tell. Next.
That's the real strength of the FBI, the importance of our mission, the quality of our people, and their dedication to service over self. It's an unshakable foundation that has stood the test of time and cannot.
Did you hear the service over self part from this guy? The revolving door. Federal government, go out, private sector, make more money. Back to the federal government, then private sector, make more money. How much money, by certain estimates, does he have? $23 million, the revolving door. Big law, big government. Big law, big government. All right. This is my problem with him. There are people, you can take your pick, but this is mine. He didn't have to do this. The FBI made it their #1 priority. You see what that is? Looking for January 6 people. January 6, making it a federal case. Persecuting the well, listen to the guy. Was January 6 a terrorist event?
I was appalled, like you, at the violence and destruction that we saw that day. I was appalled that you, our country's elected leaders, were victimized right here in these very halls. That attack, that siege, was criminal behavior, plain and simple, and it's behavior that we, the FBI, view as domestic terrorism. It's got no place in our democracy, and tolerating it would make a mockery of our nation's rule of law.
Domestic terrorism. Can we see the domestic terrorists? Big O Barnett with his feet up on the desk. Is that terrorism? Is this 9/11? Of course not. What about the Duck Dynasty guys, right? Getting directions from the Capitol Hill police, assistance even. This is not domestic terrorism. And he perpetrated that myth to somehow tarnish MAGA and to elevate Democrats, Joe Biden. And then this one, this big fat lie.
I would certainly say, as I think I've said consistently in the past, that racially motivated violent extremism, specifically of the sort that advocates for the superiority of the white race, is a persistent, evolving threat. It's the biggest chunk of our racially motivated violent extremism cases for sure. And racially motivated violent extremism is the biggest chunk of our domestic terrorism.
This is another thing that somehow was, well, a myth. There are like 2 white supremacists in the whole country, all right? Nobody likes them. Nobody believes in that stuff. And they use this corrupt narrative to tarnish good people like this, right? At school board meetings, oh, they're just MAGA people, right? Oh, they believe this, that, and the other thing. They were lying about us. These are heroes, especially this guy. This image to me is right up there with Iwo Jima. He was defending his daughter who was assaulted by a trans person, right? This kind of stuff. And now countenanced by the FBI. Mueller, Comey, Wray, the rest of them. Bad, bad guys.
It's men and women of the FBI that make the place run.
I know you know that, and we're very grateful for the support you give to the men and women of the FBI.
The men and women of the FBI remain committed to protecting the American people, our democracy, and the integrity of our elections.
It's a little trick. It's a little swamp trick. You hide behind the men and women of the FBI, right? Oh, you can't insult us. You'd be insulting the men and women of the FBI, the men and women of the Pentagon. No, it's you guys. It's you guys. Stop playing that game. And back to the January 6th nonsense that they perpetrated, and I do believe may have perpetrated. I mean, look, there's evidence out there that some of the people in the crowd were actually FBI informants, possibly agents.
Information. truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.